head to Dollar Tree and grab one of these unfinished wood slatted signs, as well as a cute spring napkin. We're gonna make a super quick craft. So just grab some Mod Podge. This is matte finish Mod Podge, and do a solid coat over the front of the slatted sign. Just nice even coverage, get all the way to the edges, and then let that dry. So it just has to be dry to the touch so that you can lay the napkin over it and slide the napkin around without it sticking. And because there was text on my napkin, I had to trim it before I adhered it to the sign, just because I didn't want my text to be cut off by the spacing between the slats. So I actually used one napkin and then a second napkin to get all of the text that I wanted. But if you're using like a pattern, like a floral pattern, napkin or whatever, right, you could just set the napkin piece straight down, because you're not going to have to worry about getting the design to match up exactly where the spaces are, like the slat between the slats. So I just had 3 sections there, and then this was a 2-ply napkin, so I peeled off that back ply, so you just have the top layer with the pattern on it. I lined it up, and then I covered it with parchment paper, and then used my little mini heat press to heat seal the napkin piece down to the Mod Podge. So this just reactivates the Mod Podge so the napkin sticks. This way you don't have to deal with bubbles or wet Mod Podge or smoothing it down or ripping your napkin or any of that. And then I just repeated that process with the other 2 pieces of napkin. So here I didn't care that I was going to lose some of my design on those slats because it wasn't text, so it wouldn't look as weird. It was just the top and the bottom where I wanted to make sure that all of my text was showing on the wood. But then once you have all your napkin pieces smoothed down, it's time to grab a sanding block and remove all the excess pieces of napkin. And so just take your time and work one slat at a time and sand the edges. And then if the napkin starts to come back up again, you can just reheat press it down and it'll smooth right back down. But just do that all the way around the sign until all the excess napkin has been sanded away. And then I just like to give it one final go with the heat press to really make sure all those edges are secured down and you don't have any napkin paper peeling back up. But that's it, a super duper quick little mini spring sign. I hung this up on a little miniature wreath hanging on, this is like a picket fence thing, like wreath hanger that I made last year out of jumbo paint sticks, so I'll link to that as well. I hope you enjoyed watching this craft come together. Until next time, happy making!